it will be the Grit receiving here first. So Typhoon going to get it in the second half, as we are going to be off to the races. Do you have a noise gate on? I might still have that on. Hold on. I'll check in 1 second. But now my fan can be heard. Oh, let me try turning my mic a little bit. There we go. It should be a bit better. Does that sound a bit better there, base? As we're going to see a nice comeback there on the right side. And picks about 7 yards. There's Dingo Eskeen a little bit there. See if I can move my mic up a little bit too. Yeah, I've been trying to mess with the mic settings for a while now. I still am not great with it. But it is what it is. As we get an outside streak here. Record over JBL, but he can't quite hit home. Vanilla going to be the closest one to that as well. As Record lays it all on the line. Going to be incomplete. Now we're going to see a 3rd and 3 here for the Grits. It's been a pretty good first 2 plays for them, I'd say. As Dingo faces the run, he got Big Boy Leak, and Record, though, wide open, did like a corner route there. As Toxic underneath, gonna find a Big Boy looking for the block ahead. Record trying to take this in, but no, Vanilla's finally gonna get around the shield and stop him, but not for a 60-yard gain. And that's gonna be a huge play, setting a 1st and goal here for the Grits. Prime opportunity now to score, but the red zone's been where a lot of QBs struggle, but he sends Big Boy in the leak. Can't quite hit him with a touch, though. Will be overthrown. Now we're here with a 2nd and goal. Dingo faking the run to the right this time, trying to find CJ there on the pylon. CJ coming into play instead of Vasquez, who would normally be in the lineup. You got Big Boy also coming in, playing for Humble. So some big shoes to fill for those 2 players, but I believe they can do it. They got a lot of great potential there. Dingo trying to swing up the middle there to dropping back. Kind of a QB draw. Doesn't quite get anything. Instead, now a 4th and goal. So far, pretty standard offense there from Dingo. Trying to fake run a lot more than usual. You know, some old habits there as he tries to hit a nice in route there. Can't quite do a good coverage. And an overthrown ball. For that one is now Grit call a timeout as Typhoon take over from the 7-yard line. 8-yard line. I can count. I can count. But no, Shaq backed up in his own territory. Did call twins right despite being the short side right. They're going to take a nice run up for 6, though. Try and get himself out of this end zone. So Shaq has a line consisting of Lieutenant Dan, Cheesecake, MJ, and Nance. I'd say overall a pretty average line as Smart does a good job stuffing the run there. No, like, I guess Cheesecake being the most headline player here. Recently won the ring with the title. Always a good teammate. You know, looking out for his players there. Vanilla has the meanest chip ever. Shaq has the outsider run, gets a 5-yard gainer there, and then Shaq, of course, looking for maybe that synergy there with Cheesecake, knowing how he likes to step up and move around the pocket. Always something nice to have. Gonna be another run here, picks up another 5 yards. Good chunk play. You don't have to get those big home run runs, but you at least want to get like 4 apiece. Looking at his wide receiver core, it's going to be JBL coming back from retirement. Deadpool coming back recently from retirement. And Vanilla also recently coming back from retirement. All these players, once considered top tier, have maybe been a little bit, maybe coming in a little bit washed, a little bit not up to their top potential. So Shaq's banking on them able to really get back there as he does a nice step up there. Cuts back to the right. Big Boy coming back in to try and deter, but starts a little too late. Containing was sold. The rollback was there. Going to hit Vanilla for initially 11 yards. He yaks it up for an extra 25-36 in total. So yeah, so far the O-line for the Typhoons having their way here, but similarly, I mean, the Grit got down the field, but once they got inside that 10-yard line, that 15-yard line, they struggled. So it's going to be up to you know. Oh no. Up to Shaq to lead his team in the red zone. One of the more difficult parts of the game for Gridiron, as Vanilla nearly loses all the yards he caught that ball for. Trying to find some. Yak does find some. Now sets up a 3rd and 2. As they're at the 10-yard line, Shaq getting pressure up the middle. Ulysses is there, but Vanilla gets dotted in the back of the end zone, but cannot drag his feet in bounds. Gonna now be a 4th and 2, as both these teams are being very quick on offense. There's not been a single beat missed by either side. They're raring to go, but these red zones that are always the toughest, but front of the end zone just gonna hit Deadpool. Let me turn the volume down there a little bit for the dance on stream. In fact, is that a setting? I don't know what that'd be under. Probably effects. Whatever. But no, going to be a quick score here for the Typhoon as they take the lead off the turnover, able to capitalize in the red zone. Okay. Nobody cares about kickoffs unless it's Vanilla receive them celebrations. Yeah, why is that at 100? Jesus. Oh, there you go. That should be much better. Okay, so decent return gets him nearly to the 40-yard line as the Dingo going to have a second chance on offense here. Wasn't able to capitalize earlier, but he should be able to here. I mean, had no issues getting down the field. It was just finishing that was the problem as he's weaving in and out of the pocket. Dan barely missing on a dive there. Dingo getting all the way out to his right, trying to dot up Toxic Gamer. Will be a little bit overthrown. Didn't want to look cross-body there for CJ, perhaps. Nonetheless, will at least live to see another down. Alright, Dingo once again weaving in and out of the pocket. 4-man rush eventually going to come in a little bit delayed, but Toxic going to stand there on that near the first down line. Picks up 9 yards as he now gets him a little bit closer to the middle of the field. 3rd and 1. Dingo trying to find a lane. He will and get to that 50-yard line. Now getting inside Typhoon territory. All right, a dot to the sideline there. Gonna find a record for a 30-yard gain. Record, another person that recently came out of retirement to sort of play this season. Been looking pretty good so far as he's going to get dotted back at the end zone. And you know what? Dingo just keep throwing the fade. Back shoulder fade back at the end zone. They seem to have no answer for it on that drive. 2 big chunk plays by Record and Dingo going to lead to a score quickly here for the Grits as they're looking to take the lead here with this 2-point conversion. Oddly enough, not going for 1 point, but it does benefit them as now they're in the lead. That's not quite working like I thought it would. All right, Check gonna be stepping his own 25 here. Looking for a run. Has a huge lane there on the right. Paving the way for that. Gonna be MJ Nance. As a 30-yard chunk play ripped instantly, and these offenses are looking unstoppable right now. But we'll see if they can keep it rolling here. Shaq, great lane to the left sideline. Might take the run here. He is. As that contain, you're seeing it be very crucial there. Couldn't quite get it on that short side, or on that long side. And Shaq gonna punish you for it. Give it a 12-yard run. As we begin to grind down the rest of the clock here in the half. Looking for Deadpool in the end zone. Right over Toxic's head. Perfectly placed. As we get ourselves our 3rd touchdown of the game. Philly taking a lead 13-8. Pending the extra point. And they'll go for the 2-point as well. Jack will be sacked though. Yuli coming in nearly unblocked. Dan blocking kind of for the inside there. Didn't catch Yuli, just literally sliding, you know, for that curve outside. So gonna be incomplete there as they still do take the lead, but a touchdown, a simple touchdown, no extra point or anything, will give it back to the Grit. Don't hate going for that 2-point there, but you gotta have better blocking if you expect to score that. But 13 seconds left here. Gonna be Dingo back on offense. It's CJ for a comeback, trying to get him a little warmed up there. Will be his second catch of the day. Only 12 yards though. Seeing a record already off to the races. 3 catches for 110. So that connection is there. Wide receiver 1, a record. Looking for Yuli on the leak though. Has Shaq beat by a step and he dives, catches it. And Shaq gonna make the tackle, but not for a 43-yard gain. Yuli, the menace. Gonna find that one as we hit the second quarter now. So Dingo not afraid to leak these linemen very often, especially when he senses pressure, trying to catch Shaq asleep there, and he managed to. Big punish there by Yuli as looking for record back in the end zone. Won't hit anybody, falls to the drink on the outside there. 2nd and 10 now. All right, Dingo trying to pocket up there. Big boy just doesn't get a shield on MJ Nance, who sells immediately inside. Gonna catch an 11-yarder there. Now a 3rd and 21. Dingo looking to get some of those yards back. Big boy again. Just doesn't get his shield up to block that sell. Just kind of slides right around him. Dingo not making a good adjustment, trying to make a move on him either. Will find himself now with a 4th and 35. Not an impossible thing to ask, but Shaq blitzing off the edge, going to put a time limit on it. He keeps running back into the league, throws up a moon ball, and Vanilla going to catch that at the 1-yard line. Gives Philly the ball back here, but in their own territory, in their own end zone, I should say. Could be risky. As we're seeing the safety pressure come out quick. Ball out there. CJ can't make the tackle. JBL is yakking it up for 27 yards. Gets them way beyond what they needed, as now there's almost no threat of the safety here. An amazing yak play by JBL and just undisciplined trying to tackle there by CJ, as he will make the tackle that time after Shaq runs it up for another 70 yards on the left there. But so far, Typhoon, they're rolling, and a little bit of issues coming out from the line on the Grit, both on D-line and O-line, just letting Shaq run wherever he wants, and on O-line just unable to really stop MJ Nance. I mean, he literally took over that last drive there with 2 sacks, forcing the moon ball as well, as JBL's gonna be found here. Nice comeback, sort of the outside there. We'll pick up 6 yards, get that first as they're now on their own 40. Continuing to march forward. Shaq will run it again. Only picks up 2 yards. Had some more trying to bounce it outside, though. Will lose a couple, but still, positive yards are positive yards. Shaq will find an in route to Vanilla there, just instantly diving back, or sliding back. And he has Vanilla chipping again. Been nasty with those chips all day. As he's going to find a chip and drag there, picks up about 19 yards. Dingo missing the initial tackle. Record going to clean that one up, though. Now inside of Grit territory. Once again, looking to set up their 3rd touchdown. As Ulysses getting the pressure there, but sadly, Dingo and him step up a little too much trying to chase. And Shaq has a run, nearly gets for a touchdown. It's going to be Spork cleaning that one out, chasing Shaq down after a 26-yard run. It's the 1st and goal from the 3. Looking to just put this one in. Make it a 2-possession game. As Big Boy gonna find Shaq that time. Sold inside. Shaq just trying to pocket up right on the left there. Does have Vanilla lined up on short side as well here left. As Shaq gonna find himself confronted with Big Boy in the backfield once again. Maybe it's Big Boy's turn to take over this drive. We'll see. 3rd and goal now here for the Typhoon from the 7. Shaq doing a little taunt emote there. No pressure. Ulysses just trying to jump in the face of Shaq there. Rolls back to his right. Trying to find Vanilla in the back right end zone. But gonna fall incomplete off the sideline. As now we got a 4th and goal here from the Typhoon. Great looking to make a stand here in their own goal line. Shaq. Nice. Finding the in route there. Just splits between the safety and the corner. The safety honestly looked completely lost in that play. Not sure where he went, but that's open all day there. Typhoon take the lead once again. Actually, never mind. They add on to their lead. As now it is a 11-point game. Gonna make that a 12-point game with the kick. As we are nearing the half here. Gonna be 1:47 left in the 2nd quarter. Dingo looking to get some response here before the end. Honestly, they've been driving really well. It's just, you know, when they get into that Typhoon territory, their line just kind of sputters out and, you know, they just can't hit their targets. They're getting pressured really quickly. Dingo making some weird decisions sometimes with his movement. So Great gonna need to play a lot cleaner here as MJ Nance splits the tackle center, forcing him to step up. But MJ Nance makes a nice slide back up there. If it wasn't MJ Nance making that sack, it was about to be Cheesecake as well. As Cheesecake is just enabling these linemen to play so aggressively, and Big Boy Spork and Ulysses just are not adjusting well to it. So Spork gonna find a nice push instantly off. They're gonna find Toxic Gamer for a 12-yard run. Catch. So it's now a 3rd and 1, but Spork maybe looking to play a bit more aggressive on Cheesecake there. That way the tackles maybe can focus on just their man jobs instead of have to worry about the cell being picked up by the center. Spork doesn't chip there instantly, but has CJ, but Vanilla jumps that one almost out of nowhere. CJ not attacking the ball properly, just letting it come to him. Gonna be punished for that one as Typhoon take over from their own 39-yard line. Shaq's gonna run it. Oh man, Shaq narrowly avoiding the pressure, has to dive there. Ulysses chasing him down. We'll throw the ball to JBL right on the sideline there at a comeback. And that's something Shaq's been really king of. I mean, pioneering kind of that dive and throw. That's something he's really added to his game, and it works well there. Spork, though, instantly sliding in, makes a great spin there into the lane Shaq was trying to step up into. Usually when you see those D tackles play aggressively, one of the gaps is open, but Spork closes on it quickly, and now a 9-yard sack will lead to a 2nd and 19 for the Typhoon. Shaq rolling right to Ulysses' face, but he slides too far in. Hit his soul, but CJ had maybe a chance at the ball. Instead, JBL just perfectly catches that for a 30-yard gain. And now it is Typhoon at the 30 of the grit, looking to punch another one in and maybe put the nail in the coffin early here. As his grit team not been looking good on either side of the ball, I'd say so far. Ooh, gonna be Spork though, getting the inside pressure again. Gonna hit Shaq for a 14-yard loss. 2nd and 24 now, pushes them back to the 34-yard line. As Philly's still with 2 timeouts here, 17 seconds left, more than enough time for them to score. Sell the sideline to use 2. Gonna look for JBL over the top though. It's gonna be a dot, but he dives out of bounds, incomplete for the Typhoon. 3rd and 24 coming up. Clock does not run though, at least. But I guess the clock wasn't running even if he did catch it, to be fair. As we're gonna have Shaq trying to pocket up here. Cheesecake doing a nice job pushing Spork up, letting him step up, looking for Vanilla, and it's just gonna be spot botted there. 34-yard touchdown, gonna make it a 26-8 game here with 4 seconds left in the half. As Grit falling behind early and have not been able to find their footing after that second offensive drive where they actually put a touchdown on. Still gonna be kicking here, make it a 19-point game. As I'm looking at halftime here pretty soon. Look at some of the stats. Dingo, maybe gonna look to make a miracle here. If he can, no, just gonna go run right into Shaq. There's no halftime timer. Okay, well, we'll still look at the stats anyways. Unless this field goal breaks, but gonna be Shaq 13 of 17, 243 through the air. Clean, has thrown no picks. Meanwhile, other side of the field, you have an Dingo going 8 for 17, 186 through the air, been picked off twice. And more importantly, I mean, actually, only 3 sacks. Only 3 sacks put up by the Typhoons compared to 6. 6 from the Grit. So maybe kind of fitting into that narrative. The sacks are very situational and don't matter a lot of the time unless they're really chained together. Like we saw with MJ Nance earlier in the game. Going to be a 29-yard pickup there as it is Typhoon starting with the ball. Already inside Grit territory after 1 play. Shaq rolling to that short side. Once again, going to pick up 11 yards. Gets him to the 35. Grit just have no answer on D-line. As Shaq steps up improperly there. Probably could have stepped up into that right middle gap instead. Tries to roll back to his left there, Spork. Kind of gets pushed by Cheesecake into that gap as well. So, good effort there. Going to be rewarded with a sack, but it's a comeback here. Need to tackle him. Don't let him keep getting this amazing yak as he does. Going to be 24 yards. It's the yak that is killing them right now. You know, in this game, if you were to ask me, in this modern gridiron, which one is better? If I wanted a 50 butt or if I wanted a yak menace, I definitely want the yak menace. I mean, tackling has definitely been downhill as of late in gridiron, and you could definitely abuse getting more yak in this day and age. You know, and put the ball in less risk because you can throw these shorter passes, these more guaranteed things. As JBL gonna catch that one right over the head of CJ, I believe, playing that safety spot. You know, I feel like when you have a yak bot, you can take those easier throws, those more check down type throws, and they will make the plays happen. You don't need to, you know, rely on your guy just spotting the ball all the time. And you know, that's what's working here right now for the Typhoon as they now fall behind by even more. 25 points now. Typhoon have put up 33 already, and there's still plenty of game to go for them to add on. Grit, I'd say not out of it yet, but definitely gonna need to start picking up some steam on offense here and need to get some defensive stops coming up soon. As Dingo steps up, we'll throw this one away. No chance that anybody even get remotely close to that one. All right, 2nd and 10. They're gonna find a record comeback over the middle there. We'll pick up 14 yards, get some nearly to the 50-yard line. Dingo just needs to calm down a bit more. He's being very sporadic in the pocket. The line also isn't playing that well either, not giving a lot of room. As this is going to be a 4-man rush right in Dingo's face. Has a record, though. Finds him over the middle. Just stays focused on him. Record might be able to get it to the end zone. We see 2 divers. Need to get some blockers ahead of him. Dives are missing everywhere. Record's going to dive in. And it will be a touchdown. Amazing movement there by Record. Just weaving in and out between the fenders. Horrible mechanics there. As Typhoon just diving after diving, missing after missing, trying to get greedy. You just got to play contain there, stand your ground, surround him. Don't dive and just give him those free lanes. As 2-point conversion going to fall incomplete. Dingo going to throw the pick there. Just a little bit off the mark there. And find Shaq. But still, points finally put on the board again by the Typhoon, or sorry, by the Grit, as they're still at 19, and Dingo kicks that one out of bounds on the sideline to give Typhoon an even shorter field to start on, I guess. Jack once again break and contain there. Gonna have a 14-yard run. Feel like these ends here are not respecting the running back chip. Usually, you know, when you see the running back chip a lot, you can try and really go outside of them. Like you really kind of force yourself to take a big wide angle here. As Vanilla chipping once again, Shaq just runs up the middle, picks up 4. Yeah, but right now this O-line for the Typhoon, along with Vanilla, just having their way with this Grit D-line. Oh, I say that though, but Shaq chased out of the pocket by Yuli, forced to step up there as Yuli rounds the corner really well. And yeah, that's one of the things I'll say about this Grit line, is they have a lot of talents, especially on the line. Like getting Spork as late as you did, and Ulysses on edge, I think is a better center D tackle than like him at. Or I think he's better on edge than he is center D tackle. Like, that's a lot of talent, and that's not even saying, like, they're missing Humble right now. It's usually, like, a key cornerstone for that D-line. You almost wonder maybe this game goes a lot differently if Humble is here. Shaq is grinding a lot of clock as well right now. Maybe looking to call it early here. As he's going to take another run. Gets about 4 yards. Inside Grit territory at their own 23. Vanilla over the top there. Gonna find himself a nice corner route, parks it right in spot. Gonna be a 23-yard touchdown. Grit are probably out of this now. Looking to put up brownie points to end the game, but it has certainly been a rough one for them. Run to the end zone, gonna find Deadpool there. And that's going to be 41 points put up by the Typhoon before even the 4th quarter. These guys came to play, and the Grit just didn't. Dingo trying to find a comeback outside there. Or Record will be overthrown. Was crossbody's not the easiest pass to make. But still, it's been those, like... You feel like kind of more layup type passes that have been, you know, missing from Dingo. Like, he's made a lot of those deep passes, a lot of those, like... kind of tighter windows type passes, but you know, it's been kind of those fundamental passes he's been missing right now. Only completing 10 passes on the game for out of 21, 250 yards. As it will be record over the top and a little bit off the mark. A little bit overthrown there. Gonna lead now 4th and 3 here for the Grit. As Dan getting through free Dingo. Oh man. Dan just got through on the line for free. Pressure instantly in Dingo's face. He makes a good move to try and avoid it and just has to, honestly, has to do anything. Just threw the ball away. Pretty much an arm punt by Dingo. It's not been great as JBL wide open there. Streaking inside a leverage down the field. As we hit the 4th quarter here, Typhoon currently leading 41-14. Shaq pocketing up here what seems like forever. Yuli eventually gonna find the sack as Shaq steps up there. And Yuli easily gets off the shield. 2nd 13, yeah. Missing Humble, missing Vaz. I mean, when he originally planned, I think he thought he was going to have them. But it's very hard for them on the weekends. And yeah, exactly. That's why you have subs. That's why we had a... that's why we have free agents. That's why we have, you know, subs you can sign to your team. You have more than just those players, but definitely missing those key players are not a great thing. And, I mean, it also comes with having Humble and having Vasquez. You know, at least on weekends, Humble is usually not available, so... You know, it could have been better planning by, you know, Dingo at the end of the day, maybe. But at the end of the day, I mean, you need 7 players. You're going to have 7 players join the code, and... You know they're going to need to play, but the way some of them are looking, they're not even playing the game right now. 114 rushing yards from Shaq, despite having a total of 10 sacks against him. Like, you just can't let that happen. DP gonna be found there, just nice split, kind of slant there. Making now 49 points on the board. Oops. Making now 49 points on the board. All right, so looks like the Samurai versus Vibe game just finished there on Chad's stream. Gonna end up being a 54-33 win for the Vibe. So Vibe, I believe, go undefeated on the first week. Samurai not 100% sure on their record, but we'll take a loss there to Luke. As that ball, CJ and the comeback there a little bit loft over his head. Neither of these teams are the Vibe. This is not the Vibe. Oh, man, again. MJ Nance putting his stamp on the game there. Gonna be his 4th sack. See if he can chain together some more pressure. Last time you saw him get 1 sack, he ended up chaining a second one together and then ended up getting pressure on the 4th to make Dingo throw an incomplete pass. MJ Nance again in there in the face. On with Cheesecake. As Dingo going to overthrow this one for the corner. Be out of bounds. Nobody can really catch that one. We got our 4th and 18. Grit playing for brownie points. What the comms like? Probably not great. DP, I mean... It looked like DP pretty much ran CJ's route there. Here are your stats real quick. As Shaq instantly pressured there by Big Boy, just sells inside. We'll find him 9 yards in the backfield, but Shaq 20 for 24. I mean, nearly perfect. 424 through the air, 105 on the ground. Was sacked a total of 11 times so far. I mean, it's just a rough one. Like, they couldn't Shaq literally just took over this game on offense, and the defense, you know, couldn't do anything. For the Grits. And really, the offense couldn't do anything for the Grit either. I mean, Dingo, I mean, not having his best day. You look at this, only 4 sacks, but I'll tell you, the Typhoon linemen were in the backfield a lot this game. Dingo was just getting the ball out, either throwing it away or, you know, throwing it up. Maybe where it shouldn't have been. So we'll see if, you know, maybe they can change their tide going into next week. But right now, yeah, not looking great for them. I believe it's going to be 1-2 on the week. Typhoon looking to go 2-1, I believe. That Shaq moonballs that one out of bounds. Got 2:20 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Currently 49-14, 2nd and 10. For Shaq and company inside Grit territory. Oh, man. Shaq initially getting pressure there from Big Boy. Slides back to the right, or slides back to the left. And meets Yuli there. Gonna get his 4th. All 4 linemen, at least that 4 sacks put up. On the defense here for the vibe, or for the Grits. As now, short pass there. Gonna lead to a 4th and 15. See if Shaq just has free real estate to convert this again, and he just hits Spawn literally on spot. As both the defenders literally just S-keying him. Nobody goes to play in front of him or anything. And it's free all day. Shaq pressured by Yuli, thrown back in the end zone. JBL, an absolute dot, gets behind CJ there. For another touchdown, gonna do the boogie woogie on them all, and add another 6 onto the score. As this has been a brutal one, ladies and gents. Gotta be a game that the Grit want to forget probably by the end of the season. As 2-point conversion gonna be good. Make it 57 on the board. And still plenty of time for them to put up more points, really. Ball's going to sail over record said not be returned. All right, Dingo taking his time to snap the ball here. MJ Nance pushed inside, trying to step up there. Nearly gets a sack again. So Dan gonna meet Dingo at the line of scrimmage. It might have been taken off for a run there. Dan didn't dive that last second. Shaq trying to bait the blitz here. He will drop back underneath. Dingo rolls to his left there. Throws a comeback to record, picks up 11 yards. If I'm Dingo, I take my time to call the plays. And just look to grind out the clock, call it a game. But he's still trying his best. Well, boy, 2 sacks, throw a dot to record between JBL and Vanilla. Picks up 15. But far too little too late for those plays to really matter too much. Well, this time it's CJ for the comeback. Deadpool not running that route for him. Will be 13 as we see the Grit call their first timeout for some reason. I guess trying to preserve the 1-minute warning. You see Dingo roll to his left. MJ Nance is nice sell inside. So does Shaq, nearly hits home. But gonna find his outlet there. Toxic Gamer over the middle for 17-yard pickup. Gets them inside the 25. 59 seconds left here. It's a Grit call. Another timeout. Record Looking to split that safety duo there. But Dingo gonna overthrow the ball out of the back of the end zone. 2nd and 10 now for them. Nance nearly hitting home there. Looks for Toxic. He's gonna find the spot bot there. Put up another 6 for the grit, but I don't think that's gonna matter. They're still down by 37 with 48 seconds to go. Certainly a rough one, Dingo. And the crew are gonna wanna have short-term memories here going into next week. The point conversion will be good for record over the top. On the left there. Okay, Shaq looking to just grind out the rest here. 13 seconds left. Gonna find JBL. Trying to yak it up. We're gonna touch on. He will call timeout. 6 seconds left. Maybe 1 play. 2 plays. Try to hit the end zone. Add another score on to the game. Will be Deadpool right at the line of, right pretty much at the 1 yard line. 2 seconds left. Just has to maybe dive in there. Calls the safety pressure. And Vanilla finds that back of the end zone. Just a beautiful out route. A dot from Shaq. And that's going to be another 6. Make it 63-22. Pending the extra point as well here. As 000's already on the board. Just going to be kick out of bounds here from Shaq on kickoff to seal the deal. Hands it off to Vanilla. Vanilla maybe looking to throw it. And he does. Finds DP. For the 2 points, 65. GG's coming out in chat. So here you have it. The final score going to be 65 to the Typhoon, 22 to the Grit. Scoreboard just bugged here at the end, but yeah, that's how it'll be. Gonna be who actually left at the end there. One of the people on this other side left early, so we don't have their stats. It was over the third lineman was. It was Big Boy. Big Boy left early, so one of his stats up here. But I believe he had 4 sacks in the game. Looking at Shaq's stats, gonna be 31 of 37 for 572. And 90 on the ground. Insane there. Leading receiver JBL coming out of retirement with 12 catches for 248 and any record 7 catches on the other side of the field with 201. As Dingo only throws 15 of 32 for 331 and negative 25 on the ground despite only being sacked a total of 5 times. Only thing probably, I mean, bad for the Grit. They really need to find their footing going forward here. But the good things you can take is you were missing 2 starters at least. You know, maybe They do come in, they do make some difference there, especially online with Humble. But at the end of the day, a disappointing game, certainly, if you are a great fan and a great player. Gonna want to really take it to the locker room, maybe do some self-reflecting, figure out what we can do to make the offense work, figure out what we, where the holes are in the defense, and hopefully, find a way to improve going forward in the season. But that's gonna be all I have for you today. Gonna be looking to end the stream. Thank y'all for stopping out. Hope to see y'all around sometime in next week.